Hey guys, get ready to feel a little uncomfortable. If you're watching this in a room with a window, do me a favor. Check it. Just a quick glance. Make sure no one's standing outside. Just watching. Now, before your imagination starts doing flips, go ahead and hit that like button if you've ever had to double check a shadow you saw in your peripheral vision. And in the comments, tell me what internet horror story messed you up the most. 'Cause tonight, we're not talking about a ghost from a dusty old book. We're talking about a monster who was born in our lifetime, on a digital forum, and who proved that some stories are too powerful to stay in the realm of fiction.
The air in the woods is thick with the scent of damp earth and rotting leaves. The canopy above you blocks out most of the sun, and the silence is so complete it feels like a heavy blanket pressing down on your ears. You clutch the old, beat-up camera in your hands, its plastic shell cool and slick with nervous sweat. Your friend, Alex, is ahead of you, his voice a low hum as he mutters, "Just a little further, the trail ends here." You're looking for the abandoned asylum, the one in all the local legends, but you can't shake the feeling that something else is looking for you. You hear it first, a crack of a twig far behind you. You freeze, a cold dread snaking up your spine. Alex doesn't seem to have heard it. He's too focused on the path ahead. You try to tell yourself it was just a deer or a squirrel, but your gut tells you otherwise. The air grows colder, and a static-like noise begins to buzz in your ears, like a television with no signal. You glance at the trees, their trunks gnarled and reaching like skeletal fingers. And then you see it. Not in front of you, not behind you, but in your peripheral vision. A figure, impossibly tall, unnaturally thin, standing completely still between the trees. It's wearing a suit, a dark, perfectly tailored suit that seems to drink the light. And it has no face. The buzzing in your ears intensifies, a sharp, piercing sound that makes your head ache. You want to scream, to tell Alex to run, but your throat is tight and your feet are glued to the ground. This isn't a legend. This is real.
All right, let's take a breath. I know that got a little intense. Before we go any further, I need to make something perfectly clear. This story, while rooted in a digital creation, has real-world consequences, and we need to talk about them responsibly. This is not a challenge or a dare. This is a deep dive into the nature of myth, fear, and human psychology. If you know someone who's struggling with their mental health or is experiencing a crisis, please reach out to them or to a professional. There are resources available to help. Now, with that said, let's get back to the woods.
Slender Man is like the ultimate anti-influencer. He doesn't want to sell you anything. He doesn't want you to like his posts. He just wants to stand there, ominously, in the background of your vacation photos. He's the boogeyman for the digital age, a monster who prefers to stalk you not from a dark closet, but from the dark corners of the internet. Think about it. Most old-school monsters are pretty straightforward. A vampire bites you. A werewolf turns you. A ghost moans and rattles chains. But Slender Man? His modus operandi is pure psychological warfare. He doesn't just want to kill you. He wants to drive you insane first. It's the ultimate slow burn horror, the kind of dread that builds until you can't trust your own mind. It's like having the world's most terrifying anxiety attack, but the source of the anxiety is a faceless dude in a suit.
The legend of Slender Man didn't crawl out of ancient folklore. It was born in 2009 on a forum called Something Awful. A user named Eric Kunsen, who went by the username Victor Surge, entered a Photoshop contest with the goal of creating a new paranormal entity. He posted 2 black and white photos of children with a tall, faceless figure in the background. The captions were chilling, hinting at a creature that abducted children and was a staple of local lore. And that was it. What happened next was unprecedented. The idea took on a life of its own. Other forum users started creating their own stories, photos, and even video series, like the famous Marble Hornets. The narrative grew organically. People added new details, the tentacles from his back, the slender sickness you get from being near him, the fact that he was often seen near children. He became a collective digital myth, a perfect storm of creativity and shared anxiety.
The most powerful theory about his existence isn't that he's a real entity, it's that he's a tulpa, a concept from Tibetan Buddhism. A tulpa is a thought form, a being created by the collective will and psychic energy of many people. The more people who believe in it, the more real it becomes. Slenderman, a creature willed into existence by thousands of people, all adding to his lore, is the perfect modern example. We, the viewers, the readers, the storytellers, are his creators. We are the ones giving him power. We are the ones, in a way, responsible for his actions. And here's where the conflict gets very real, very dark. The line between fiction and reality became blurred for 2 young girls in Waukesha, Wisconsin. In 2014, 2 12-year-old girls lured a friend into the woods and stabbed her 19 times, claiming they were trying to appease Slenderman. Their plan? To become proxies or servants of this fictional character. This wasn't a joke. This wasn't a game. This was a tragedy fueled by a story that had become too real for them. It was a terrifying, real-world consequence of a shared digital creation. From a simple Photoshop contest to a global tragedy, the story of Slenderman is a modern cautionary tale. But the question remains, is the myth truly just a myth? Or did our belief in it give it a terrifying foothold in our world? Let's talk about the cultural impact and what this story says about us. If you were a writer, how would you have ended the Slenderman story to make it even scarier? Would he be defeated by a collective act of forgetting? Or would he become a permanent part of our reality? Let me know your ideas in the comments below. The Slenderman myth continues to evolve from a digital creepypasta to the subject of a major motion picture. He has become a symbol of our shared fears about technology, the unknown, and the power of the human imagination. He's a reminder that stories have power, and that sometimes the scariest monsters aren't the ones hiding under our beds, but the ones we create ourselves. Slenderman is the personification of modern fear. He is a faceless stalker in an age of constant surveillance, a mysterious figure in a world that craves information. He proves that we are not just passive consumers of horror. We are active participants in its creation. We build our own monsters. And sometimes, those monsters turn on us. The story doesn't end with a neat conclusion, because the horror is that it's not over. We continue to create and share these stories, unknowingly adding to the power of the very things that haunt us. But the world is full of mysteries that are far older than the internet. Our next tale takes us to a small farm in Tennessee, where a family was tormented not by a digital entity, but by something far more ancient and malicious. We're going to explore the terrifying true story of the Bell Witch.